That's right, I'm actually here. I'm actually live. It is 9 p.m. local time, Central Standard Time, on January 4th, 2022. I'm coming to pop on just for a little bit to say hello, see what everybody's up to. It has been a hot minute, and I'm thinking about playing some games tonight. Thought that might be kind of fun. I probably only have about an hour in which to stream. So I hope you guys want to pop on and say hello. It'd be great to see you. And I'm trying to get back in the swing of things after taking like 3 months off. So yeah, you can hear I have a little bit of a head cold too, so that's always fun. Let's go ahead and pull up my Wavelength software, or well, not Wavelength, whatever it's called, the video game thingy thing, so I can play a video game. Okay. Hey, kitty. So let me pull up. Got a PlayStation 5 just recently, so I should be able to put something from there on there, which would be a lot of fun, I think. Let's see. Is the PlayStation 5 connected to the HDMI input and powered on? No, it's not. So we're going to do that real quick. Put a custom faceplate on it, because why not? That seems like fun. And let's go ahead and see if we can import this, what I'm looking at. Do I want to use window capture? Probably. I'm going to use game capture HD. Boom. Not exactly it, but we're going to figure it out, guys. This is what happens whenever you've been away too long and you don't remember how to do anything. Okay. So I really want to put myself mini. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull up my my green screen. This is my Elgato something rather green screen. It's awesome. I think they have a fancy name for it, but it's just a retractable green screen. And it's great. Let's see what we can do. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to need to crop in on me and do this whole thing again. Man, this has been forever. Okay. This is the let's set up the stream. Swear I'm here. Don't mind me. I haven't done this in a long time, guys. In a long time. So, let's see, how do we get thing? Yeah, well, we're getting there. We're getting there. I don't know if anybody's going to want to pop in. I wouldn't blame if they don't want to. But, oh yeah, that's looking a little better. This is real magic right here that you can just manipulate. This kind of stuff. Look at that. It's freaking magical. Oh, now I'm tiny. There we go. All right, and then, yeah, no. That looks good right about there, I think. And now let's play some video games. What's going on, Josh? How you doing? I'm trying to remember how to do all this stuff. I've been gone for so long. I'm trying to set stuff up and have fun again and do some streams. So I'm hoping I can make this. Is there anything besides massive or not at all? We'll figure it out. Okay. So I got a PlayStation 5. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Playing this game Control, which is great. If you haven't played it or don't know about it, it's wonderful. It's a game you need to know about. Oh man. Okay, this is where my display thingy comes in handy. Split screen. Okay. Mother of God. All right. I'm gonna figure this out, guys. I know, it was just so riveting to watch. This is great content right here. Let's pull up the UpTubs. Oh look, that's me. You're good? What about me? Well, I've got a cold, and I am rusty at using this whole streaming software stuff, but I'm getting back in the swing of it. That's kind of what this stream is about. Trying to figure that stuff out again. Oh, you know what I need to do? I know what I need to do, because otherwise I won't be able to hear this. I need to change my audio input capture so I can actually hear the game. That would be helpful. All right, so let's go to audio. I know this is so wonderful, isn't it? Yeah, we got to hook up on an Oculus pretty soon. Do some more Oculus things. I think that'll be fun. I'm trying to get back in the swing of how to use all this stuff and be useful. Oh man, it's been a hot minute since I've done any of this stuff. Oh boy. All right, well, we're playing without audio then. We're playing without audio. I won't hear it, you won't hear it. It'll be a great time for everybody. It's a really cool game, though. It's a really cool game. Trying to figure out how to make it so that I can actually... This is a spooky butt game if you've never played it before. It is called Control. And I don't know how much you know about the game or not, but I love it. Yeah, I've been actually working on VR streaming. In fact, let me pull that up real quick. I want to show you some stuff I've been working on there. I'm gonna have to work out how to make the PS4 do the or I'm sorry, PS5 do the audio split thing that I used to do with the PlayStation 4, so I can actually window capture. What am I doing? Transform. Fit to screen. Transform. Reset transform. Boom. Haha. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at that, actually. I have some videos on my computer I can share with you of some of the stuff I've been doing, because I want to do some of that. I think that'd be epic. So let's see. There you go. I don't know what it's playing, but I'll narrate over top of it. You can see me in my shorts there. I'm in an application called Live, and with Live, L-I-V, it's from Steam VR, you can capture video. And this is done, as you can tell, without a green screen. This is just it trying to see my outline of my body and block everything else out. You see my nephew. But it's mixed reality, so you're getting me in the game, which I think is really neat. It's not perfect yet, um, but you do get some of that. Right now, I'm checking to make sure that I'm in frame, the camera can see me, and that I'm at a good angle so that you can see what's happening in front of me. But yeah, I'm muted it because I'm gonna play a song by Lady Gaga, and I do not want to get copyright struck immediately. But it's very responsive, as you can see. I think it looks pretty great. There's a way to do this from your iPhone as well, and I've been playing around with that, but I don't know how to live stream that. I might have to. I want to do that because I can. There's my son walking into the room. What I want to do is I want to be able to get this working on the iPhone so I don't have to use any computer resources to do it, because that will both using the Live app and then also trying to upload it is kind of a pain. So if anybody's clicking on the video right now, yes, there's no music. This is a pre-recorded video. I'm showing some of the technology I'm working on right now to try to bring to my streams. I think it looks pretty great. And then I have this, which is, yeah, I think you get the idea of that. But then I also have something else too, which let's go ahead and delete this. So there's me playing Beat Saber, which is, you know, a staple in video games. But then I also have on one of these, I have, oh no, that's not it. We don't want that. No, 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 no. Is this it? Is this it? Nope, also terrible. Okay, so that's not it either. And one of these I was playing After the Fall, which is a new VR game, which is pretty cool. In that VR game, it's like Left 4 Dead, but in VR, which is really cool. And I thought about streaming some of that. But those are just me, you know, sitting on top of the screen, kind of like you saw with the green screen earlier. I'm just sitting on top of the screen, and then all the action's happening behind me. It's how you usually see it. But then the mixed reality is really cool wherever you can do that too. Sorry, I had to mute. I'm sick and I'm coughing a little bit, so that's not anything anybody wants to hear. Let's see if I can find a sample of some of the. I'm going to show you on camera. Yeah, see, this is like the traditional, what you'd see. Wow, that's not working very well at all. Let's turn that off. So this kind of thing. That's not some crazy mod of Beat Saber. It's because I still have my chroma key filter on, and those are green boxes. But see how I'm like just standing in front of the action? But that's kind of that. After the Fall is pretty dang neat because it's a, like I said, it's a zombie shooter, and it's really intense and really fun. Let's see if I got. Oh, there's me playing some Vader Immortal, which is cool, and then this is inside the After the Fall game, which I've been having a lot of fun with. So that's something, you know. That's kind of. I mean, it's got a look too. I know a lot of VR streamers do that, and that's a perfectly fine way to do it. But I really like that mixed reality. My computer is not really quite fast enough to do all of that. I kind of end up maxing out my my CPU whenever I do that. So I'm kind of reticent to try that on a stream because you know, it uses up all my CPU power, and then I've got to also try to like have a stable stream, and I don't know how I do that. So one idea I had was they have an app that I can use to basically I'll do all that green screen cutting, put me inside the game, and then I could plug this into a capture card and then let the iPhone be the camera and then send out all the stuff that it's seeing in the video to the stream, which might be a way to do it. But I don't know. I've yet to test that. St. Louis is good. It was a couple weeks ago now, but that was a trip, literally and figuratively. Enjoyed that a lot. Made some new friends and some new clients out of it. I'm invited back. They're going to be having a new event in March, so I'll be doing that, which I'm really excited to do. I'm going to stay in St. Louis proper this time, I think. I stayed in a suburb called Forestell, which there's not much out there. I mean, it was kind of nice because it was peaceful and it was quiet. But I was staying at a hotel, like, there was like a truck stop and a lot of roads, and that was it. And so there wasn't very much to do or see unless you went further into the neighboring city, which was Wentzville, or further into St. Louis. I got to go to the Arch, the St. Louis Arch, which was the Gateway Arch. So that was really cool. I got to not only visit it and walk around the grounds, but I actually went up in the arch itself, which was very neat. I challenged myself to do it because I have a fear of heights, and so I was like, well, yeah, but when am I going to get an opportunity to do this again? So I found out that the Eiffel, or not the Eiffel Tower, the Statue of Liberty is not as tall as the Gateway Arch, and I was okay in the Gateway Arch. So whenever I go to New York, whenever that is, putting it out there in the universe, when I go into New York City, I'll have an opportunity to visit the Statue of Liberty. And if I can handle the heights of St. Louis Arch, then I can do the Statue of Liberty. So that was cool. I went to a place called the City Museum, which was also really cool. It's not anything like the name implies. It's like a giant wonderland. It's hard to describe and put into words. I've tried telling maybe about 20 people about my experience there, and I just can't. So my recommendation would be to look up the St. Louis City Museum and take a look at some pictures and videos of people that have gone through there, because it's just crazy. So St. Louis is good. It was nice to be there for 3 days. I mean, I did miss the family, of course, but there was the whole kind of rest and rewind a little bit, unwind rather, because I got there a day early, and I had from like 3 o'clock until that night. I went and saw Spider-Man No Way Home the night it came out on December 17th. So that was cool. And then I went to bed, and then I didn't have to be at my event until noon the next day. So I went and did that, and that was a longer event. I was there for maybe 4 or 5 hours. But then when I was done, I had the rest of that night off, and then I also had Sunday all the way up until 7 p.m. whenever I hopped back on my plane and flew home. So Sunday is whenever I crammed in seeing the Gateway Arch and going to the City Museum. And so, because I had to check out of my hotel at like 11 o'clock, and then it was like, well, what do I do for the rest of the day? I've got a rental car. Let's see where I can go. So I went into downtown St. Louis and, took a look at some stuff, took in some sights. So did that. That was fun. And then I came home. And it was nice because it put a little bit of a break on things, because it's been a crazy 3 months. I've been working my booty cheeks off. Been since like late September until last week. I mean, well, until New Year's, I was just crazy busy, just every day. I had to be somewhere, so it was nice to have a little bit of a break for 3 days where I didn't have to be anywhere but where I was. So it was nice. Now we're getting into 2022. Happy New Year, everybody! And it's always slow this time of year. It feels like I have some stuff coming in, but it also always feels like, okay, you get this thing of going like every day for 3 months, and then it just slows down to like, maybe a couple things a month, and you're like, oh, okay, I still have a job, right? So there's that. So yeah, I'm working on getting busy again. I'm hoping that I can keep myself busy in the next 3 months. Hey, I'm on stream, honey. Okay. So, yeah, that's how St. Louis was. It was great. It was great. Um, Obviously, as you saw some video and some whatever, I have a PlayStation 5 now, and I've got the Oculus, so I can play some video games. And I'm thinking about bringing some game streams back, so that'll be fun. I'm trying to figure out how to integrate the Oculus into streams, and I don't know what that's going to look like yet. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. How's everybody else been? You guys have a good Christmas, good New Year's, all that? I want to hear what you guys did. In the meantime, I'll tell you guys about something that I found, an awesome steal of a thing. You need to go out and find you one of these. If you guys do any game streaming yourselves, or you have any friends that do it, and they don't want to buy an Elgato capture card or another Elgato capture card because they're expensive, go find you one of these. I got this at Walmart. It was $20. It's a capture card. It's a 1080p output. It can input up to 4K, but it outputs only up to 1080p, and it is and up to 60 frames a second. It's a capture card, $20, and it works great. You can use it on cameras. You can use it on game systems. I've tested it on everything here, and it works wonderfully. Yeah, so you need to go get one of these for $20. It's an absolute steal. And now I can either hook up my camera, or I had it connected to my Switch, so I can have my PS5 and my Switch connected at the same time. Run them both through there. It's great. So the quality is excellent. Some people, if you look at some reviewers on YouTube, whenever they talk about these, because I looked at these before I bought them too, and some people were complaining about screen tearing. They were having an issue where you would have, one half of the screen would be over here, and then there would be this line where it was refreshing, and you could see a split in the screen. But what they didn't realize is that's just because they had their capture settings wrong. There's no actual settings on this, but if you're in OBS or Streamlabs or whatever you use, you have to check to make sure you're using 60 frames or 30 frames a second. And if you play with those settings, how many frames a second your OBS is using, it'll fix that screen tearing problem. The colors are great. The latency is excellent. There's absolutely no latency. You get audio with it, of course. For $20, I don't think you can do much better than this. This is fantastic, and they're on the shelf. You can just go get them at Walmart. They're great. I want to just buy a bunch of them and resell them for $60 because they're really good. Buy one. You won't be disappointed. If you have any problems with it, I'll help you run through it. But they're good. Like Mew says, good weekend, not liking to go back to school tomorrow. Oh, by the way, play Gorilla Tag. It's super fun. You just have to go to the App Store. App Lab. Yeah, I thank you. I have a side quest loaded on my computer, and so I've been taking a look at that and some other stuff. I know about App Lab. Gorilla Tag looks like it's a lot of fun, but I haven't got into it yet because I'm nervous about the amount of space that you need. Apparently, I play a game called Gorn, which with a G, YouTube, so don't flag me or anything. Gorn, and it's like a gladiator battle game, and I busted the crap out of my knuckle playing that because I hit it back on this thing right here. I thought I had enough of a play space circle around me, the desk, between the desk and that. Not really. So the only place I can play that is in my living room. So I got to find a good time to go play that in my living room where I can move my coffee table out of the way and kind of open some space up in the floor there. And then, so I haven't got to that yet. I had a good Christmas. One of my presents was the game After the Fall. Okay, right on. Yeah, After the Fall is awesome. I really like it. The only thing I would say is that I would hope. I mean, it just came out, and I know that it's like season 1, and they're planning on adding more content and everything. I would like to see. I would like to see more levels. There's only like 5 levels or whatever, and then it's just like a grind to upgrade your equipment. It's also a lot more fun without the AI when you're actually playing with real people. The AI suck. The AI are terrible, and you will get killed by the boss every time because the AIs have no idea what they're doing. So that's what I would say. Make sure you're playing with people that either people online or a squad or a team or your friends or wherever. But don't trust the AI. It's a terrible experience with the AI. That's a good idea with the towel or the mat. I was looking on Amazon about like they have like VR mats that are textured with like a bump, so you can tell where you are oriented in real space. Those are all cool, but the problem is not the floor space. It's it's everything else around me because like even if like I'm technically in the circle, like just the edge of the circle will meet up with this. And this is about waist high, and so anything that's like weight, I mean like I just smashed my knuckle on it. I was technically within the circle and the largest area I could have. I mean, this is just like a thin walkway from the door to here. Then I got the bed, so I really do need like just a bigger space to move around. I would I would take it actually out. I have like a little park area that's like the thoroughfares or whatever in our apartment complex between apartment buildings. And nobody really goes back there, and so I thought maybe it'd be fun to just like pull it out one day and just like do that. But I'd have to rely on cell phone internet. I don't know if it's good enough to carry me through a game or not. VOA. I'm not sure what that is. But yeah, so as I'm coming back, I'm thinking about like what kinds of stuff I want to do, what kind of content I'm gonna come back with. I have two videos planned right now, but that's it. I only have two videos planned. I've just been too busy to do anything. So I would like to see what you guys, if you have anything that you'd like to see from this channel. If it's more reviews, I'm gonna put out like you know, a, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, like the vote thing in the community tab, so I can kind of get an idea. But when I come back full time and I'm starting to do these again, what kind of stuff you want to see? If you want to do me to do reviews, if you guys want me to do pro tips, if you guys want me to, you want to see more like content for me on shows whenever I can get that, which is kind of hard. But if that's something you guys want to see, I can make a bigger effort to get that kind of stuff. Thinking now that Brian Brushwood is starting to take people back. That used to have more people visit and stuff. That I might try to go back down to Austin for a day and shoot some more content with him. Josh is trying to get. Oh, cool. Josh, if you're serious about that, I know some people I can connect you to who can help you get your foot in the door. Let me know. If you want to PM me or whatever or whatever. You have lots of ways to contact me. So yeah, I can make some introductions, I think. So that'd be awesome. Like Mew, I think you're smarter than I am. So, I'll show you something really just kind of neat. This is like an old magic thing. These look great on camera, don't they? Don't they just look wonderful on camera? Up close, they're less spectacular, but it's the old multiplying balls, but instead of with the red balls or billiards, it's the you can go like this, you know, so you get that kind of effect. And you can be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take this one here. Yeah, not lovely. Yeah, you can go whoop, and there it is again. Do they come with tight leather pants? And how, Earl? And how? And all the chest hair you can handle. Yeah, tight leather pants and a flowy white shirt with that's way too low cut. There you go. No, I think that'll look fantastic on screen though. And what's cool is, I mean, they're marketed as being textured so they don't slip, and they are textured. They're like a sparkly little disco ball. But yeah, they work pretty well. You know something I noticed that my friend Michael O'Brien. If you guys don't know about his channel, go check it out. He's awesome. He's got O'Brien Magic. That's his YouTube channel. But Michael O'Brien gives advice for magicians, which I really like. And he talks about some stuff. You don't want to see it come back out either, like Mew. But he does these advice for magicians things, which I think are really handy. You know, as a pro magician, talking about advice for magicians, and he's got a whole series, and I agree with him on a lot of stuff. Some stuff I don't agree with, but that's the beauty of multiple perspectives. And you know, I think it'd be really fun to maybe kind of go through and see what kind of advice I have to give, if that's something you guys are into. I don't know if everybody here is if most of my community is people who are working or want to work, though. Some people just enjoy magic as a hobby, and so I think I'm worried that that kind of content might fall flat for a lot of my audience. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know enough about what my demographics are as far as how many people on my channel or watch my channel are professional magicians or aspiring professional magicians, and how many of them are hobbyists. So that would make a difference. So that whole thing. Yeah, you know what? Oh man. Yeah. Let's see. I'll just take this one right here. Okay. Yep, there it is. And then watch this. Let's see if I can get this framed just right. Oh, no. That's gross. I'm a child. I'm a child. But it does feel good to be back on stream. It does feel good to be hanging out with you guys, and it's something I've missed a lot in these last 3 months. It really was terrible. I was like, Q&A, are you good at pen spinning? No, it's something that I wish I was better at. I can do. I mean, there are guys that are like have like ungodly amounts of power when it comes to that kind of stuff. But I can give it like a. There you go. There's a. I used to do this one a lot when I was in college. That's about all I got though. Maybe I do it. Maybe I get better at it again and give you guys a tutorial on how to do that. But no, I'm not. I'm not good at. I'm not good at pen spinning at all. Justin, hey, welcome in, man. And college is Friday. Wow, that's so wild to think. Yeah, your your life is just starting for you. That's really exciting. Congratulations. Um, show you something cool that my wife got me for Christmas. Bam. The goal of this stream is just to pop out and say hello and get used to doing this again. Oh, look at that. It's like a perfect fan. It's like a perfect fan. Yeah. Oh, I wasn't even looking. Let's see if I can do it again. I'm not looking. I'm not looking. Oh. Yeah, I love. I'm going for just a little bit longer while my voice holds out. It's been a rough couple days, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Not was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. Yesterday I spent the entire day in bed. It was I felt like God just slapped me, and my soul left my body. I was out. I wasn't useful to anybody yesterday. My poor wife, my amazing, wonderful, beautiful, supportive, loving, cherished wife, took care of the kids, worked, and helped me and my baby self out while I couldn't even lift a spoon. Like I was just wasn't like, oh, you're sick, let's lay in bed and watch YouTube videos or something. It was like, no, let's lay there and like pray this will pass. That was about all I did. I didn't do anything. So, yeah, now I'm feeling a little bit better today, which is good. So, I'm working on it. I'm working on it as hard as I can. Luckily, I don't have anything scheduled in January until later, so I should be on the mend by then. Oh, hey, Justin, I feel a lot better now. That's amazing. I don't know how you did that. I suddenly feel like I'm walking on sunshine. I feel like I could start a radio broadcast. Yeah, I could do that. It'd be great. All right. Oh my god, I totally forgot I was throwing cards. I got one stuck in the crack between my roof and my wall. That's cool. I got one stuck in the ceiling right over there. I'd made a short video about it. I was really excited. My son was like, oh, dude. He's 4 years old. He was just like, oh. It was cool. I felt like Jeff McBride. I saw Jeff McBride at a TAOM convention years ago. And he was doing his classic, like bouncing the playing cards off the floor and shooting them out into the audience. And one of them, hit the ceiling. He was in a giant, I don't know, ballroom or whatever. We were all in watching his program. And he shot one, it hit the floor, bounced off the floor, and flew so high into the sky that it hit the ceiling in this ballroom, which had like 30-foot ceilings, and stuck right in the ceiling. And like everything stopped. He stopped the show, and the music stopped, and everything. And he was like, "We need to put a box around that, and nobody touch it." That was really cool. Yes, I have heard of Kevin Booth's channel. I reached out to him for a collaboration about 2 years ago, and that went nowhere. So I don't know. We connected. We talked for a little bit. We exchanged. I gave some ideas for what the collaboration can be, and then I never heard from him again. So I don't know what happened with that. But yeah, I do know of Kevin Booth. He's got hair. He's got hair and a young face, not with free of wrinkles. Lucky guy. Yeah, Ev is adorable. I got cute kids. I got really cute kids. And Justin, your fact it's finally finished. That's awesome. That is awesome. You're gonna have to show it. I would love, like, maybe we hop on a Discord chat or something, and you let me know. I know you're about to go to college and doing all that stuff, so that might not be a thing that happens for a hot minute. But whenever we get there and you're settled in, I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that. I know virtually it's not quite the same thing, but cool. Cool. Bruh. Caught it. Caught it. Have you heard of the online magic tournament? As far as I understand, that's something Kevin does too, right? He does the magic tournament where he has people face off, and then he donates money to a charity or something for. No, he does. No. I'm sorry. He does the donate to charity for how many times he gets fooled, which is cool. I like that. Not even looking. That time I looked. Yeah, but Talios are awesome. They're just made better. Does anybody have a? I want to ask a question out there. Does anybody have a pack of Penguin Elite bicycles? I've been looking at them. They're like $4 on Penguin, and they're like they're the Elite edition or something like that. And they're supposed to be, you know, like really good. They're supposed to be like soft crushed and perfectly centered, and all the things feel like they're broken in already and all that kind of stuff. If anybody has them, please let me know if they're crap or not, because I'm thinking about buying a pack. That's something I haven't done on this channel a long time is deck reviews, but I got so burnt out on deck reviews. I would, like, I got in right at the ground floor, and that's where my channel really blew up. The first time was doing deck reviews because it was like new decks were still a thing at that time. Like the idea that people could just make their own deck of cards was still a new idea. So I used to review all these playing cards. I was had a collaboration. I had like a sponsor that sold collectible playing cards on eBay, and I used to give them, you know, shout outs and whatever, or tell them where I got, tell my audience where I got the cards, and he would send me cards to review, and then I would send them over to the or the eBay channel to pick them up. And it was a nice collaboration we had for a long time, and and then I got sick of doing cards, so that's you know, kind of why I stopped doing that. But it's like you see, I saw like hundreds of different types of playing cards, and after a while, it's like, yeah, it's paper, and they're printed neat, and like, okay, it's a rectangle of paper, you know. This one fans a little bit better. This one doesn't fan as well, But yeah, I mean, I think I got jaded and kind of burnt out. I'm also thinking about doing reviews, but the thing is, I don't buy a lot of new Magic. I only buy Magic whenever it fills a need in my show now. So like, I don't know if that's a thing. Um, so that's I don't know. I don't know. Yes, Josh. Thank you. Yes, I do have a tutorial on the Prussian fan. Yeah, I do. Ooh, and it's great because you can fan cards that even don't want to fan. Like, these will fan with just a thumb fan, but if you want a pressure fan to get it, like, that's a thumb fan. It's not bad, right? They're pretty smooth, but you get that pressure fan, and man, it's just so nice. It's just so nice. You can make a slightly wider fan with it, and they look great. It is a chore to learn. You know what helps is knowing how to spring cards, because you're basically doing the same thing as springing cards, except you don't let them go anywhere. You just run them around your hand. That's basically how you're doing. So if you know how to spring cards, it's the same. It's the exact same motion. It's just instead of letting go, you just smush them around your fingers. So, do you guys want to see some more? Like, here's another thing. Like, okay, so we've got like pro tips. We have I was thinking about like maybe some Magic reviews. I was also thinking about doing some more tutorials. I don't know if you guys are down for that or not, but I want to do some more tutorials on card Magic, which I think is the most popular thing I do on my channel. So I could do some more card Magic tutorials. There's no shortage of card Magic out there. You know, I try to, and as you guys seen, like I've done some. What was it? There was like Cards Across, like old Cards Across, like one of the first print versions of the Cards Across, which is not how magicians do it now, hardly at all. But it's still a good version of it. It was a little bit clunky because at the time, the methods that they had available, the magicians had available at the time, were not there yet. Right? We have a lot more techniques for moving cards around or adding cards or taking cards away or manipulating them throughout the deck or whatever. So I have thought about, or I have done that. The Cards Across tutorial, I reimagined it. I took it and I was like, this is basically it, except I've streamlined some bits. So, do you guys like the Magic performance shorts? I've been doing some of those interspersed. So that's something I've enjoyed doing because they're little quick little snippets that don't really belong in a long form video, but they're fun things I want to share sometimes. And so I did like those. So if you guys like those, I'll do some more of those. It's always a joy. Big history backstories of the history of classic tricks would be great. Earl, that's a fabulous suggestion. That's a fabulous suggestion. I would love to do that. In fact, something. that I think fits that bill a lot is some of the oh God, brain's foggy. Sorry. Anyway, there's like a magician at the opera house or something that I can't remember the name of it at the moment, but that there's a whole like story about like a card cheat that came in and just blew a bunch of magicians' minds. And I'll have to find that. I can't recall the name of it offhand, but I know I have the book or the PDF. But yeah, there is some interesting stuff. How far have you gotten a card into a mug? Mine was around 9 feet. I don't know. You know what I used to do when I was a kid is I used to shoot cards behind my back. I don't know if I can still do it. Let me try. Pretzel pants. Well, I got it around my back, but not close enough to my hand to catch it. It's not working out very well. Ah, there it is. There it is. On camera just for you guys. But yeah, I used to do that. And then, but my other thing is I used to throw like boomerang cards, but I would try to aim for like a basket right next to me, like a wastebasket. And I would toss them and try to aim for the basket, like set it on this side of me, set it on that side of me, set it behind me a couple feet, and I would try to aim it so that I could land it in the basket from a boomerang throw. That's the stuff I used to do. Suffice to say, it was before I discovered video games and girls. But did I tell you to show for Discord? Justin, you did tell me about that. When we called the other day. Yeah, you did tell me about that. That's awesome. That is super cool. My proudest moment with card throwing or any of that stuff is actually I used to work for this company called the Magic Network. You guys may know about the Raider deck. They had the Black Raiders and the White Raiders, and that was kind of their big thing. And that book, or I'm sorry, that website that I worked for was based in Sherman, Texas, and there's a lot of stories about that time. But there was somebody who the owners of the company was a guy named John and Will, and they also had a second business which was medical supply. They sold all kinds of medical supplies to hospitals and to like nursing homes and all that kind of stuff. So they had all this stuff. Anyway, so that was their other business, and it was across the street. They owned this entire complex, and they had an empty building, and in the empty building is where they put Magic Network headquarters. And I could tell you lots of stories from those days. I'd actually really like to share those stories from those days. Anyway, at the other business, at the medical supply company, they had an employee who used to be a Secret Service agent, was a Secret Service agent to Ronald Reagan. And he saw me throwing cards one day, and he says, does it hurt to get hit by one of those? I was like, I don't know. I've never been hit by one of them. He goes, let's try it out. So I was like, okay. So we set this whole thing up. They get like one of the kids, I can't remember what it was, John or Will's. It was either John or Will's kids, but one of them had one of those speed guns for throwing a baseball, and so they got a speed gun, and they got the guy, and he bared his back, and I threw the card. I threw it. I think they clocked it like 70 miles an hour, which is really really fast, and I don't believe that the thing was calibrated correctly. But anyway, I throw it. It hits him in the back, and he goes, "Ah!" Like, it left a welt like this big, and I felt immediately bad, but I was also like, you asked me to do it. He was like, no, man, I asked you to do it, but Um, I was it was pretty cool that I made a Secret Service agent scream you know uh, he did by getting hit by a playing card. So I thought that was really cool. Those man, there's some crazy times. I could bring my friend Joe in. Him and I worked together there. Could share a lot of stories about those days. Wild stuff. Well, guys, I'm really sorry to do this, but I've been streaming for an hour, and I know that my wife is probably hovering right on the other side of the room, going, "Is he going to stop?" Because I really need to go to bed and get up for work in the morning. So, and she does. So I think I should probably close it off here. But thank you guys all so much for being here. I was really glad that we got to hang out for a little bit and chat. I know this was a weird stream without any real direction or anything, no plan. But I was just like, you know what? I want to come on and say hello, see everybody, get back in the swing of doing this because it's been so long. And yeah, I'm gonna take everything we talked about here, and I'll also be doing like a poll. That's the word I was looking for earlier. A poll on the community tab, see what kind of content you guys want. But I think the history things, those are really cool. I like that a lot, and so I'm gonna look into doing some more of that, and then some tutorials and the shorts because I like doing the shorts. It's the magic minute. If I can do videos that are under a minute long, that seems to make a lot of sense to me. Anyway, thank you all. Thank you all for being here. Josh, good to see you. Earl, good to see you. Justin, you're going to come back, and I'm going to be disappeared already. I'm sorry, buddy. Happy New Year to all of you, and I'll see you again real shortly. I hope, real shortly. Peace and long life.